I told you that beauty was your answer? It was forest green carpet. Growing up, we didn't have much, and my mom was doing the best she could as a single mom. And somehow, I don't know how she did it, but she let me choose to put this brand new plush forest green carpet in my tiny room. And every morning I would swing my legs out and put my bare feet into the carpet, and it'd feel so good. And I'd look out, I'd put one wall with floral wallpaper, and I would have brass picture frames and pictures and table coverings. And for a few moments, I felt like I lived in this beautiful world. And looking back, I don't think I loved expensive things. I think I loved beauty. And this was really strong in my teenage years. I remember for Christmas, I would ask for just one cashmere sweater instead of a bunch of gifts, or I would ask for designer jeans for my grandparents. And I don't think I was responding to labels. I was responding to something at that time I couldn't explain. And it was more in my sensates. I could feel quality. I could feel beauty. I could feel when something had a soul. But here's what happened. My mom died when I was 17, and because money was scarce, my decisions became based on survival. I didn't know that at the time, but they did. And beauty slowly over time for me became associated with guilt, indulgence, unnecessary, something really nice for other people, but not for someone like me. And eventually my family started to make jokes that Rachel had expensive taste. And I told myself, maybe unconsciously, that maybe beauty isn't for me, that survival comes first, to be accepted, to be good enough, came first. And I'm curious if you've ever made an agreement like that without realizing it. Maybe not about money, but maybe you made an agreement that sounded like this. I'll rest when everything gets finished. I'll enjoy my life or take that trip or do that thing when my kids are grown. I'll buy the flowers when there's extra. I'll slow down someday. I'll take care of me later. The problem with later is that it quietly becomes your identity over time, and years passed, and I realized something heartbreaking. I wasn't just settling for just enough financially. I was settling for just enough everywhere. I was settling for just enough in the men that I dated, in the relationships, my friendships, in the things I studied in school and the jobs I ended up taking. It ended up being later just enough in what I charged with clients. Just enough is what I believed I deserved. Like, it was good enough. And it wasn't that I lacked ambitious. It was just because survival had become the organizer of my life, and I didn't even realize it. And survival is really convincing because it tells you to be practical. It tells you to be responsible. And those things are celebrated. It tells you to stop expecting beauty, to stop expecting delight. But here's what I want to challenge you today. What if beauty is not superficial? What if beauty is one of the ways your soul remembers what made it alive? Think about the moments you feel most yourself. Maybe it is fresh flowers on your kitchen table, or the way the sunlight comes through the window early and quiet in the morning. Maybe it's your favorite mug. Maybe it's your favorite food. Maybe it's your favorite music playing while you cook, or walking through your garden, or a slow walk, a hugging of a tree. None of those things solve your problems, but they do something even greater. They remind your body that life is meant to be experienced. And I think we've confused youthfulness with living. We're already incredibly useful. Women are coached to be productive, to be responsible, great problem solvers, reliable. But somewhere along the way, many of us stop asking whether we actually inhabit our lives. And this is not about becoming materialistic or vain. It's not about buying expensive things. It's about asking yourself a much deeper question. What makes me feel alive? I only have this one life. Because I believe that one of the questions women stop asking, not because they don't care, but because survival started long ago and it taught you not to. Because survival will always say, don't waste your money. Don't waste your time. Don't draw attention. Don't ask for too much. Don't be too much. One of the greatest misconceptions I see that I also saw is that beauty is luxury. I think beauty can become nourishment. Not because flowers change your bank account, not because candles solve the problems in your marriage, not because a beautiful space fixes your nervous system overnight or makes you feel more worthy, but because beauty changes your relationship with your own life. It is literally in the small things. It reminds you that your life isn't only something to be managed, it's something to inhabit. Years ago, Sunday nights in our house looked like many Sunday nights. I would throw a frozen pizza in the oven because I was tired and I didn't want to mess up my kitchen. Everyone was rushing around in different directions, a little grouchy because more than likely they were dreading Monday. And now they're different. We light a candle. We make an intentional meal together. We play music while we're eating. We linger. I force my teenagers to go slow. It's nothing big. Nothing dramatic has changed. Nothing dramatic has changed. But the experience of my life has changed. Because I realized something. If I want to love my life, I have to participate in creating it. And one of my favorite lines I've ever written is this: to love my life, I must seduce it. Not seduce another person, my life. It means wearing the lace camisole instead of staying in sweatpants all weekend long because it reminds you that you're still here. It means putting on earrings when no one is coming over because you're going to see you. It means buying the fresh flowers before you think that you earned them. It means taking the few extra minutes to make the tea and drink it nice and slow, to look out at the sun or the snow. And it's not, don't confuse these things as self-care. These things should feel like devotion. They're these tiny ways of saying to yourself, my life matters. Your experience matters. And here's what I want to leave you with today. I don't want you to spend hundreds of dollars. It's not necessary. I don't want you to redesign your house. I don't even want you to make a huge life change or decision. I want you to do one thing. Call it the beauty experience. For the next 7 days, choose one act of beauty every day that is only for you. Not because someone else will notice, not because you earned it, not because there's some outcome attached to it, but because it reminds you that you're alive. Maybe it's flowers, maybe it's a walk, maybe it's your favorite drink outside, maybe it's wearing perfume on a boring Tuesday morning, maybe it's sitting in the sun for 10 extra minutes and not worrying about sun damage, maybe it's buying yourself the good olive oil instead of saving it for guests. And then at the end of the week, ask yourself this: did anything inside of me soften? Not was my life fixed, did I do good or bad? Not did all my problems disappear? Just this: did my life soften a little bit? Because I have a suspicion that many women are starving not for more achievement, not for more productivity, not even for more time. They're starving for more beauty, more delight. They're starving for permission to experience their own lives. And maybe that's why this matters so much. Because I don't believe beauty is a reward you receive after surviving long enough, grinding long enough, keeping discipline to your goal long enough. I think beauty is one of the ways you remember that you were made for more than survival in the first place. It's almost like reteaching yourself. And if this conversation resonated with you, I'd love to hear one thing. What's one simple act of beauty that makes you feel more alive? Share it with people. Give people ideas. Not impressive, not expensive, just true for you. Because I have a feeling that your answer might help many other women